President Paul Kagame on Monday officially launched the Ireme Invest fund to support green investment for private sector investors. The fund started with $104 million. The head of state opened the fund on Monday while addressing participants of the Terracotta Action Forum held in Egypt on the sidelines of the International Conference on Climate Change, COP27. We have the report.
The event to launch this fund was held in Egypt at the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP27. President Paul Kagame thanked various partners who supported the initiation of this fund.
The launch of Ireme Invest is a significant milestone for Rwanda. Climate adaptation requires big changes in how we produce and consume energy. How we move around, all that depends on climate adaptation and changes. What we eat and how it's grown, all that come together. In short, the entire economy is affected, which means the private sector has a tremendous role to play. Ireme Invest embodies Rwanda's commitment to achieving tangible results toward a green economy through public-private partnerships in key areas. I commend the Development Bank of Rwanda for the seed capital it has invested in this fund, building on the solid track record of the Rwandan Green Fund for NERWA. I very much appreciate the partnership institutions without which all that is being done by Rwanda and its institutions would not go very far. These partners have contributed to the first round of capitalization, bringing the total to more than $100 million, as we have just been told a few minutes ago. Let me just mention these partners: the governments of France, Sweden, the United Kingdom, as well as the European Investment Bank, and last but definitely not least, the Green Climate Partnership Fund. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, whether the progress made during the official negotiations at this COP is big or small, there are still many tools available to us to get things done on the ground. That is really the key point we are driving home with the launch of Ireme Invest and with the Green Public-Private Partnership more generally. So I can't thank you enough, all of you who are here and those who have contributed to this fund, and we look forward to continued strong partnership.
President Paul Kagame also expressed confidence that the discussions being held at the ongoing COP27 leads to solutions to the climate change problems. The head of state made the remarks on Monday while addressing the participants of the Terra Action Forum held in Egypt on the sidelines of the International Conference on Climate Change, COP27. The conference, which was launched by King Charles III of England, private sector accelerate activities leading to sustainable development. President Paul Kagame, who is also the chair in office of the Commonwealth, praised what has been done through this forum, recalling that At the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting that was held in Kigali in June this year, the Terracotta Action Forum was approved as a blueprint in making markets sustainable for the future.
I'm very pleased to see several of our Commonwealth leaders here. I hope that we will make it a habit to gather informally like this as the Commonwealth on the sidelines of major international gatherings such as COP. As you know, the last Commonwealth Heads of State and Government meeting in Kigali, leaders recognized the Terracotta as a blueprint for public-private collaboration in making markets sustainable for the future. And it is fortunate that His Majesty King Charles has indicated that the important work of the Sustainable Markets Initiative shall continue as before. Public-private partnerships are the core of any effective response to the climate emergency. The official negotiations at COP opened the door to new business models, economic incentives, and scientific innovations. But ultimately, it is companies and consumers interacting with each other which will translate the commitments into practical reality. So I strongly commend the work that is being done through the Terracotta Action Forum, as evidenced by the broad range of CEOs and other business leaders participating here.
Other dignitaries who attended the conference include Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley, Bahamas Prime Minister Philip Davis, and Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland. President Paul Kagame arrived in Egypt on Sunday, where he attended the COP27 conference that is being held in Sharm el-Sheikh. In this conference, Rwanda will show the world the direction and plan the country has in terms of reducing carbon emissions and dealing with the effects of climate change.